Hi there, friends, and welcome back to my kitchen on the Oregon coast. I am Hetty, and you probably know that by now, or some of you know me for decades, I'm sure. Anyway, so I today am going to be making baked beans a different way. I haven't really come up with a name for this recipe. It's a little Mediterranean, but also not, and I don't want to claim any sort of ownership on that because I'm from the Pacific Northwest and the Pacific Southwest and not the Mediterranean. This is just something that I came up with, and sometimes it changes and sometimes it's the same. The consensus is it's good. So my family loves it and we are gonna go with that. So I'm gonna start off by chopping an onion. And I'm actually going to do a dice on this one because I want just pleasant little bites. So this is a riff on brunoise. I don't do the full slices down the center because I don't really find them necessary. As you can see, when I'm cutting, it pretty much just does that anyway because it naturally has some separations to it. And I feel like you risk cutting yourself when you go through something that you've already cut vertically. The knife can do unpredictable things, so I'm just showing you that it's not necessary.
I feel like a lot of people, when they do it that way, like go vertically and then horizontally.
Well, that's how I do it, but actually the culinary school way is to do it the other way, which I have never understood.
To go horizontally and then vertically?
No. You cut this way, like along, and then you cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, is that.
Well, yeah,
dangerous.
and that's dangerous. So I don't like doing it that way, so I don't. Anyway, so I am gonna use a couple of things that I did a video on very recently. This is the infused garlic oil that came of my Satan's aioli. And I'm gonna coat the bottom of the pan really well with that, and it already smells really good. Gonna turn it on, get it going. And I just like to blast it because we're not going to be cooking this for very long. So, but I do want it to be cooked through.
That onion is quite something.
It's strong. Yeah. I feel like I've become kind of immune to it, the way that, Farm Boy became immune to iocane powder. So I'm going to be opening a couple of cans of garbanzo beans. If you want to do them from scratch, be my guest. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to use the aquafaba. So I'm going to drain this right over the bowl of my stand mixer because my next recipe will be that. And it's a little bit of a surprise, but stay tuned because you'll see what I'm doing pretty soon. We already know that this will make a nice French meringue, and I'm going to see if it'll do a couple of other things for me too. All right, so we are sweating these onions. I am going to sweat these onions, and then I'm going to add a little bit of wine to them and reduce it. And when you're picking a wine to use for something like this, you want to pick something that you want to drink with your meal. I personally like Portlandia. I'm only going to use about half a cup.
Delicious wine.
Yeah, I kind of got caught up in wine country a little bit when we were moving out here because it's between us and Portland. And then I was more interested in just plain old local wines. And I found this one and it's pretty good. So I use it sometimes in my cooking and I also just drink it sometimes. Yeah, now we're getting some. So we're just going to wait for these onions to sweat a little. All right, so I really like these sun-dried tomatoes, California sun-dry brand. And they come in oil, and the oil is really delicious, and I use it in my cooking.
The oil is so good. It
Yeah.
smells so good.
It's wonderful. And I'm going to grab a few tomatoes out of here because they're going in too. That's probably enough. Tweezers are a good invention, or a good investment for your kitchen. They are good for all sorts of things. If you are removing large pin bones from fish, they're good for that. They're good for taking things out of jars when you don't want to stick your finger in the jar.
They're good for crab.
They're good for shelling crabs. There's lots of good uses for them. So
Picking out little nuggets.
I have a few different kinds. This is for the bar. That's funny. But yeah, these ones are good for fish bones. And I like these ones for jars. I'm gonna add a little salt to this.
I'm salty.
Yeah. It's also good to always have like a clean kitchen towel with you because your hands get dirty when you're cooking. So,
Yup.
as long as it's not raw meat, that you're, getting oils and vinegars and things on your fingers, you can just do a little dab.
A little dab. Oh my god, that onion is getting to me. I can handle so much spicy things, but onions...
Well, so I mean, yeah, the gas from an onion is not the same as like capsaicin.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I am not actually doing much capsaicin-wise here. These are cherry peppers that I'm cutting. They just add a lot of good flavor, some good brininess, and also just a little bit of vinegary kick to what I'm making.
I love cherry peppers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're good.
Cherry bomb peppers.
Cherry bomb peppers are also very good, but they're not the same thing.
They're a little different.
Yeah, they do have heat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that I'm not adding any heat to this because this stuff right here does have cherry bomb peppers in it, and it's hot. It is good. Very, very good.
So very good.
We heard it. All right, so this is sweating about where I want to see it. Maybe a little bit more translucent. I cannot believe how long this is taking. There we go. And now I'm going to add some wine to that and just kind of let it reduce a little. And as that is reducing, I'm going to get my other tomatoes ready. And this is, I guess, just dead, which is sad.
Yeah, it really is.
There we go. Good old swing away. All right, so I'm done with this. And I'm going to add a few olives too. This is looking good.
Looking pretty
Almost
nice.
there. I want to reduce this a little more. I'm also going to taste it for salt. As you're cooking, you should grab a few spoons so you can taste as you go. Okay. That's about where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the tomatoes to that. And I wish I'd been thinking because, well, it's probably fine. I was going to say anchovies would be good in this too, but I don't have any right now.
Are you sure?
You can look. I mean, if we do, we'll use them. Although I would have used them in the first steps. So it's already too late to add the anchovies.
Womp womp.
Yeah, because I mean, you want to add them when the onions are cooking.
Because then it will draw more of the flavor out.
Well, you want them to kind of become a paste in your mixture before, yeah, just before the onions are like where they are supposed to be. All right, so
And this cooktop.
we are getting closer to this being where I want it to be. Take a little taste. The onions are soft. You can still taste the wine, but it doesn't taste like really overpowering or anything. So I'm going to add this now. All right, so that's looking good. This is chicken stock that had a little bit of tomatillo and peppers in it. So this is going to simmer for a few minutes. All right, so this is bubbling and simmering away. I am going to add, I guess maybe I will actually measure this for you because why not? I can just use this.
Might as well.
Yeah. I want to put about half a cup of this into our simmering mixture. And I will be sure to link to the video where I made this. But this is essentially roasted cherry peppers and confit garlic, and I blended them.
She blitzed it.
Yeah. And I will link to the video on how I did it because it's easy, but really, really,
Quite
it's
delicious.
a good recipe to have in your back pocket because you can add it to all sorts of things. And you can use it as a standalone dip.
It's
and
very delicious.
It's so good. This will really season what we're doing here too. Just gonna make sure it's really well mixed in. And then I'm going to make my oven do the work of reducing this because,
Otherwise, it's going to take forever.
well, not only will it take forever, but I also would like the beans to absorb a lot of this liquid for flavor.
You want me to help you?
I've got it. So I'm going to very carefully pour this into the pan. And it's
A little splattery.
a little splattery, but not too bad. And then I'm going to add the beans to it. I'm glad I decided to switch up my bowl, or my cooking vessel, because
That
this
would
is
have
going to
been
be right to the top here.
a disaster.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
It's fine. I don't know about a disaster. Did I get any on me?
No. Not at all.
That's amazing. That's amazing, folks.
Delightful.
That's incredible. Does anybody remember that show?
Sensational.
All right, I'm going to give it one more taste. Oh my God, that's going to be delicious. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to add to this with a clean spoon, and it's okay if you get a little bit of vinegar from the olives into this, because it's just going to add more flavor. And that's what we like around here.
Flavor. We love Flavor Town.
This is gonna be good. All right, and the last thing going in is the feta. And this is gonna, it's only a couple cans of beans, but this is gonna feed us for a few meals, which will be really nice. Like a few lunches we'll get out of this after we have it for dinner.
It's a very nice way to meal prep.
Yeah, totally. If you're taking leftovers to work, it's really good cold. Don't have to heat it up. You can if you want, but you don't have to.
It's not necessary.
Nope.
For what we want.
I'm also going to put this on top of a larger walled baking dish because there may be a little bit of boil over. I don't think there will be, but in case there is, this is just a good fail-safe for that reason. All right, this is 400 degrees, and it's going to go in there for about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe a little less. I'll probably check it around 50. All right, so this cooked for a full hour. And it's still a bit liquidy, but it's less liquidy than it was. It's more like a baked stew, sort of. This bread that I made
is beauty. Beauty.
I have decided that I will release the recipe for this bread when I reach 1,000 subscribers because it took me years to get right. And I mean years. Gluten-free bread is no joke. So
Gluten-free bread is not for the faint of heart, people.
it's very difficult. And it took me a very long time to get this right. So I'm going to have a little bit of this.
Y'all just get a taste
Yeah.
of what it looks like
Mhm.
for now.
Which, yeah. I started buttering it, but can you see the open crumb? If I do a longer ferment, I have an even more open crumb, and it's really a thing of beauty.
So gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous, in fact.
So I'm going to have this with a little bit of my bread. All right. Give it a little taste. I definitely want to get some beans in here to see if they absorbed what I wanted them to absorb. Mm. And they did. They're so nice and soft, and they've absorbed all the flavors from everything I put into this. This is, I'm gonna say it could be a fairly easy weeknight meal, but it's also just something that you should make for people you love because
When you give
They will love
somebody a soup bowl of this soup, it's a
it's not even really soup though. It's more like a, I don't know.
it's a bean bake.
It's a bean bake. That's what we call it. We just call it bean bake at home. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. If I can... All right, just stop, please. And sometimes you just have to go back to the old swing away that's probably older than you are because that thing never dies. And get to this part. And the can opener is not what I need for the wine bottle.
You want me to showcase it better?
If you want.
A little dab.
Yeah. A little dab.
Do it, Mom. Dab for the camera. Do it for the vibe.
Has anyone done that since like 2014?
Yes. Pokemon Go to the polls dab.
Uh-huh.
Something like 6-7 is to us right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
I
What the
don't-
heck is 6-7? If you know what 6-7 is, will you comment, please? Because
Yes, please.
we're all
comment.
confused. All of us over here. Even the young people are confused by it. Yeah, this is, yeah.